Welcome back into the Sports Source, this segment of our show brought to you by Safety Systems. What's more important than the security of your family or your business? Not a thing. And who has the best security, fire, and life safety systems in East Tennessee? With the best monitoring included? That would be Safety Systems. Give them a call this week. Talk to VFL JJ Surlis. All right. Quick questions for you folks. This is called Take Your Pick. About a minute on each of these, all right? So I'm going to start with Bob Hodge. We'll just work our way down there. Alvin Kamara announced he's going pro. Derek Barnett is going to go pro too. There are reports that Josh Malone is going to go pro as well. That's a little bit of a surprise here at the end of the year. Take your pick. Ready or not ready to make the jump to the NFL?
I would go with, in a normal situation, and Josh Dobbs coming back not ready, but because of Tennessee's quarterback situation next year, not knowing who it's going to be, not knowing how many passes he's going to catch, not knowing what his numbers would be, if I'm Josh Malone, I'd probably go ahead and make the move. You've had a good year. You look much better than you did as a sophomore. Probably next year you could come back and improve yourself if you had a good quarterback, but I'm kind of cavaliersing a little bit. I don't think he's quite ready, but if I'm him, I go.
Okay.
Because of the situation.
All right, Josh Ward, former Oregon coach Mark Helfrich. Everybody, all fans have been online wanting Mark Helfrich to come to Tennessee. Well, he was in Nashville to go watch Marcus Mariota play. Mariota's injured, so while he was there in Nashville anyway, he called up Butch Jones and said, like, come on and watch practice. Okay. Mark Helfrich at practice, and everybody's wondering, is he going to be on the staff? Take your pick. He would be a good fit for UT staff in any role, or he would be a good fit only in a specific role.
And by the way, that makes it a lot of fun for this kind of conversation in social media, right? I will say any role, and I'll say that I kind of think about NFL coaches. You see a head coach lose a job. Helfrich lost his job at Oregon, and they'll sometimes slide into just a position as they transition in their career. That could work out for Tennessee if there is a position that's open for him to slide into. I also would not don't overstate what could happen if he joins the staff. It's not like he's going to turn you into an offensive power that's rolling through Alabama. But I think he would be a nice hire if there was an opening for him.
Looks like his old boss Chip Kelly might be in line for some sort of consulting role as well, because the word came out yesterday that he's going to be fired after 1 year at San Francisco. Wow. Mike Strange, a few weeks ago we talked on this show about #Vol Twitter. And how many UT fans pride themselves on overpowering opposing fans, players, coaches, etc. Last week, someone polled 81 Under Armour All-Americans, those high school recruits, about which fan base is the most annoying on social media. Tennessee won the championship, number one ranked by the recruits as the most annoying fan base on social media. Take your pick. Is it a good thing or a bad thing to be so ubiquitous on social media?
I think it's a bad thing. Twitter is great for disseminating information, but to me it's horrible for disseminating opinions. And I think, and I look at it 20 times a day. So, but I just, it allows more negative energy out there than positive energy, I think. So I go thumbs down to Tennessee fans being so all over Twitter.
And especially with the recruits, as Josh Ward has pointed out, being all over Twitter.
Yeah, you know, people take shots at the coaches again. Well, why don't you get this guy? Why don't you get that guy? And then you get players saying, "Oh, by the way, you're going to have to recruit around your fan base." Now, that's not all. That's the number that were there. And I'm sure that a lot of these guys that signed to Tennessee, they come in and look at that full house at Neyland Stadium and say, fans here are pretty darn good. But the ones on social media, according to the recruits, can be annoying. More annoying than anyone else. Chuck, Nebraska's offense minus 2 stars is still better than Vanderbilt's.
Right.
Vanderbilt's annihilated Tennessee a month ago. Tennessee came back, held Nebraska to 2.2 yards a rush, 318 yards in this game. Take your pick. UT's defensive performance can or can't be taken as proof that injuries were the biggest problem for UT this year.
Boy, it's hard to think that it didn't have anything to do with it. I mean, even Derek Barnett looked so much faster, and he's fought injuries throughout his career that really hadn't been talked about. Cam Sutton, I mean, you can go down the list of players that look better. And the other thing was, too, we talked about it, but knowing where to line up. So, yes, I think it did show that a healthy Tennessee defense and had more time to prepare. It made a big, big difference.
Okay, there we go. When we come back, last year's champion in the pick segment was Jimmy Himes. Beat me by 1 game. I had to say that. I was second. This year we got 2 new champions. 2 champions. Somebody had a huge lead and blew it. We'll discuss. And Sterling ends on a high note. Coming back on the Sports Source.